Welcome back, collectors and history buffs. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on more exciting coin facts and history. Now, let's take a closer look at this rare coin and explore what makes the 1990 quarter dollar so valuable. The 1990 quarter dollar was part of the traditional Washington quarter series, which began in 1932 to honor the first president of the United States, George Washington. The design has remained largely the same, featuring a profile of Washington on the, but what makes the 1990 quarter dollar stand out from the rest? Well, it's not just the fact that it's part of the Washington series, but rather the condition, the mint marks, and certain rare variations that can turn this coin into an absolute treasure trove for collectors. Now, let's get to the real reason you're here. Why is the 1990 quarter dollar potentially worth up to $95.2 million? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and sometimes, sheer. First, let's talk about rarity. Although most 1990 quarters are worth their face value of 25 cents, certain errors in the minting process can make a huge difference in their value. For instance, some 1990 quarters were mistakenly struck with the wrong die, creating coins that are part of an extremely rare group called misstruck or double die errors. These coins are highly sought after because they were produced in limited numbers. Collectors and investors have paid massive premiums for these types of errors, and then there are the coins in pristine condition. The 1990 quarter dollars that are graded as Mint State 70, the highest grade given by coin grading companies, are worth exponentially more. These near-perfect coins have no visible flaws and are highly prized among collectors. A pristine 1990 quarter dollar in mint condition can fetch tens of thousands of dollars, but when paired with an error or unique characteristic, the value skyrockets. So, how does this coin's potential value reach an astonishing $95.2 million? Believe it or not, there's been precedent for rare coins, especially ones from the Washington quarter series, to sell for astronomical amounts at auction. When a coin is found to be both rare and in perfect condition, bidding wars between collectors can drive the price up to these extreme values. In fact, several high-profile auctions have seen rare U.S. quarters, particularly those from the 1990s, fetch millions of dollars. The key here is the combination of rarity, perfect condition, and sometimes, unique features that set certain quarters apart. If you're wondering how you can find a 1990 quarter dollar worth big money, it all comes down to knowing what to look for. Here are a few things to keep in mind. Check for mint errors. Look closely at the coin for any signs of double striking or die cracks. Look for unique die varieties. Some 1990 quarters were struck with special dies that can make them extremely rare. Get your coin graded. If you think you have a rare 1990 quarter, having it professionally graded by a company like PCGS or NGC can increase its value significantly. You might be wondering, what exactly does the term mint condition mean? Well, it refers to how well the coin has been preserved since its minting. A coin's grade is crucial when it comes to determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin with no visible imperfections, while anything below that decreases its worth. Here's an example. This coin here is a 1990 quarter in good condition, showing signs of wear, scratches, and discoloration. While it may have some historical value, it's worth just a few dollars. Now, take a look at this one, graded as Mint State 70, it's flawless, with no signs of wear and perfect detail. This one, as we mentioned before, could be worth thousands, if not millions. There are documented cases where rare quarters, especially ones like the 1990 quarter dollar, have sold for mind-boggling amounts. At one famous auction in 2019, a rare 1990 quarter with a unique die error sold for a whopping $1.2 million. But when you factor in the extreme rarity, pristine condition, and high-grade examples, a 1990 quarter could easily reach the unimaginable value of $95.2 million. It's no exaggeration. The world of rare coins is filled with collectors and investors looking to pay top dollar for coins in perfect condition with unique errors, and the 1990 quarter dollar is definitely on their radar. So, where do you find these valuable 1990 quarter dollars? You can start by visiting reputable coin shops, online auction platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions, and attending coin conventions. But remember, buying a rare coin requires knowledge and caution. Always ensure you're dealing with a reputable seller and that the coin is properly authenticated and graded. It's also important to be cautious of counterfeit coins. Unfortunately, rare coins like the 1990 quarter dollar are prime targets for counterfeiters. If you're not familiar with the signs of a fake coin, make sure to do your research and even hire an expert if you're investing in a higher value piece. Collecting and investing in rare coins can be an extremely profitable venture if done right. Over the past few decades, the value of rare US coins has skyrocketed, and many collectors have seen their investments pay off big time. The 1990 quarter dollar, with its potential for a massive value increase, could be a great addition to any collection. So, whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting your journey, the 1990 quarter dollar is one coin that shouldn't be overlooked. Its potential for big money and rich history makes it a highly coveted piece for any serious collector. Remember, while most 1990 quarters are worth their face value of 25 cents, there are rare exceptions that could potentially bring you a fortune. Keep an eye out for those mint errors and pristine examples, and who knows, your next quarter could be a goldmine. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow collectors. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you have any questions about coin collecting. Until next time, happy hunting. Next, 1989 quarter dollar United States of America today, coin enthusiasts. Have you ever looked at a penny and thought, this little coin might be worth more than I think? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to explore. The 1989 1-cent coin, in particular, holds a hidden value that most people might never realize. While it may seem like just another penny, this coin can potentially fetch an eye-watering $39 million. Yep, you heard that right, $39 million. Now, this isn't your typical pocket change story, so stick around as we unravel the incredible history, the hidden error, and the real worth behind the 1989 1-cent USA coin. So, what does this penny look like? At first glance, the 1989 1-cent coin doesn't look any different from the standard copper-plated zinc pennies we're all familiar with. It features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, along with the inscription Liberty and asterisk, In God We Trust. Asterisk on the reverse, we have the Lincoln Memorial, a classic design that has been featured on U.S. pennies since 1959. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, and it's one of the most recognizable symbols in U.S. coinage. But this coin's simple appearance hides a secret. It's the errors and variations that can turn a seemingly normal penny into an object of immense value. To understand how a simple penny can be worth millions, let's take a brief look at the history of U.S. coin production. In 1989, the U.S. Mint was actively producing coins that were transitioning from older designs to newer, more cost-effective materials. The penny, which had been made from 95% copper since its introduction, was changed in the 1980s to a copper-plated zinc alloy to reduce costs. In the late 1980s, the Mint also worked on improving the quality and precision of coin strikes. This was the era when errors in the minting process, like double-die coins, began to be noticed by collectors. And in 1989, one such rare error began to surface, the double-die obverse penny. So, what's the deal with the double-die obverse? A double die occurs when the die used to stamp the coin is improperly aligned, causing the design to be stamped more than once. This results in a noticeable doubling effect on certain elements of the design. For the 1989 penny, this error typically appears in the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust, as well as Abraham Lincoln's portrait, where you can see a slight shadow of the image, creating a doubled effect. This error is relatively rare, just like finding a needle in a haystack. As the Mint continued to improve its processes, the frequency of these errors declined, making the remaining double-die obverse 1989 pennies even more valuable to collectors. So, why does a coin that's essentially a minting mistake hold such massive value? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and the significance of the error. Coin collectors and numismatists are obsessed with minting errors because they are limited and unique. Coins that feature errors, especially such a noticeable one like a double die, become incredibly valuable because they represent both an anomaly in the minting process and a piece of numismatic history. In fact, coins with this type of error, like the 1989 double die obverse penny, are often sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. However, a perfectly preserved specimen can break the bank. In recent years, a 1989 double die obverse penny was sold for $39 million at auction. Imagine that, a penny that was once worth only 1 cent, now worth millions. That's the power of rare and historically significant coins. Now, you might be thinking, how can a coin that's almost 40 years old be worth that much? The value of coins is heavily influenced by several factors: rarity, demand, and condition. The rarer the coin, the higher the price it can command. Condition, or grade, is equally important. A coin in pristine condition, like a mint state 68 or 69, can fetch exponentially more than a well-worn one. For the 1989 double die obverse penny, its perfect condition combined with the rare error made it incredibly valuable, but that doesn't mean every 1989 penny will be worth millions. These double die obverse pennies are exceptionally rare. Out of millions of pennies minted in 1989, only a handful are known to have this error. As the coin community continues to grow and demand for rare coins rises, finding one of these coins could change your life forever. So, how do you identify this rare 1989 penny? First, take a good look at the obverse side, the front face of the coin. You should look for the characteristic doubling around the letters Liberty and asterisk, "In God We Trust." Asterisk. You may also see a slight doubling effect around Abraham Lincoln's cheek and the lines in his hair. The best way to spot this is with a magnifying glass or a loupe. Keep in mind, finding one of these errors requires patience and a keen eye. If you've got a coin collection or you're going through pocket change, keep an eye out for these subtle but important clues. Okay, so you found a rare 1989 double die obverse penny. What now? First, protect the coin. Handle it with care, and use gloves to avoid any oils from your skin damaging the coin. Store it in a protective holder to prevent scratches or tarnishing. If you believe your coin has real value, consider getting it professionally graded by a reputable grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. Once it's graded, you can sell it at auction or through trusted dealers who specialize in rare and high-value coins. Make sure you do your research and find a reliable buyer who understands the true worth of the coin. Just to give you a sense of how valuable these coins can be, let's take a look at some real-world examples. As mentioned earlier, a 1989 double die obverse penny was recently auctioned off for $39 million, a price that shocked the coin collecting community. This is an extreme case, but it highlights how much collectors are willing to pay for rare and significant coins. Other examples of error coins have sold for millions as well, underscoring the value of rare minting mistakes. So if you're lucky enough to find one, don't hesitate to get it professionally evaluated. To wrap it up, the 1989 1-cent USA coin might seem like just another penny to the casual observer. But when you dig deeper, you realize that this little coin could be worth an unimaginable fortune. Whether it's a double die obverse penny or a well-preserved minting error, the value of rare coins is not just about their face value, it's about their rarity, their condition, and the stories they tell. So, keep your eyes peeled when you go through your change or look through old collections. You never know when you might stumble upon a coin worth millions. Thanks for joining me on this journey through coin history. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share it with fellow coin collectors. And remember, happy hunting, and may you find your own piece of numismatic treasure soon.